Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for joining me here on this Hump Wednesday, the Twin Flame Soulmate Karmic Relationship Spread that we do usually on a Wednesday. Yes, please is on today, so you may leave your comments beneath this video. You need to write yes, please, and therefore I will be able to take a personal handwritten message, love message for you. Okay, we will be using these cards at the end of the reading. So if you do tend to get the same message as in this general reading, remember it is a general reading, then there's obviously something very important in this reading for you. Some message. Happy spring equinox today as the sun has ingressed into Aries. Happy birthday, my beautiful Aries. Happy New Year. It's the new astrological year. So we are starting a brand new cycle. Let's see, as we're still sort of finishing off from the Pisces season, we've still got Venus in Pisces, Neptune, Saturn is there. Right, Mars is about to enter Pisces. There's still a lot of Piscean waters. Confusion, illusion, deception. It could be self-illusion. It could be deception coming from another person. Okay? Remember the lovers of the zodiac. Venus is in a very powerful position in Pisces. She loves truly, and she loves with great compassion. Okay, so Venus being in Pisces, I see Pisces as a very spiritual, it is a very spiritual sign. So therefore, it is very romantic, very psychic. It is the house of the divine karma and spirit. So it's like we're sort of closing up a cycle, but also beginning a new cycle. So finishing things off while starting something new. Energetically speaking, that's what's going on. All right, the moon is transiting through Leo. Leo loves with its heart. Leo is courage, confidence, flirtation. It's fixated, it's fiery, it's generous, and it is about truth. Hopefully, in the next couple of days, we may have a little bit, of clarity of what's going on. The moon in the sign of the heart can be very big, where the communication is concerned, communication or acts, great acts of love, tenderness, and larger than life energies coming from the moon in Leo. Okay. Just letting you know that Mercury has now entered Aries on the North Node. So Mercury has entered his shadow. Whatever's going on about now, we will be returning to. Mind you, we've done the lunar eclipse in Libra, which is happening on the 25th. It's on Patreon. Those of you that are not aware that on Tier 2 and Tier 3, we do a lot of astrology analysis. We talk about the stars, the planets, how they affect us, and what the energies are that are happening. Eclipses are fated events, Libra's relationships. So it is a South Node eclipse, and it's a lunar eclipse. So it's a full moon. Something is coming to a culmination where there hasn't been equilibrium, equality. What I'm going to advise you is do not rush, do not be impulsive like Aries is. Take your time, don't make rash decisions on whatever is going to show up for you at this time and around these eclipses, because we've got another eclipse, the new moon, in Aries on the 8th of April, that's going to be a whopper of an eclipse, okay? Take your time, okay? It's all about I, me, my. Aries is the North Node. We need to be happy within our own skin and then find the potential partner, relationship, business partnership that suits us, where there is equal giving and receiving, equal energies exchanged, not lacking, right? Like a seesaw. It can't be at an imbalance. We need to find the harmony. And that's why whatever is not harmonized and equal and fair and just, karma comes in and cuts it away from our life. So thank you all for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I will get back to you and your personal love messages as soon as it is possible. Let's see, I'm using today this is the Moonology Oracle, and it has to do with the moon. Moonology, right? So let's see what comes through. As we know, love has got a lot to do with the moon. The moon is our emotions, it's our psyche. It could be secrecy, strong intuition, fluctuating emotions, things that are hidden. Nevertheless, within the psyche, we could be unconscious of various feelings and emotions. Let's see what's coming through. We're only 4 or 5 days away from the lunar eclipse, the full moon in Libra. Okay. Let's see what's going on. So if you're a cardinal sign, you're a Libra, you're an Aries, you're a Capricorn, or you're a Cancer, and you've got planets, all right, at the first 10 degrees, let's say, this eclipse will be very important for you. Let's see what Spirit has for us today. We're going to do the relationship cross. So we'll be looking at the now, the past, the position of you in this relationship, the position of your person, and the possible outcome. Calling on my spirit guides and my angels to bring us guidance as to what's going on in this relationship. Many of you are wondering, are they my twin flame? Are they my soulmate? Are they a karmic? Neither of those relationships are easy. There is always a purpose for people coming into our life. Let's see, you are thinking of your person right now. Let's see what the message is. The person that's on your mind right now. Or if there isn't someone in particular, then you could be single and waiting on that special person. Thank you, Spirit. What is the message? Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. And when I picked up this deck, took it out of the box, and I looked underneath, this card was right there. So, and it just sort of clicked in my mind. And I thought, okay, eclipse. We've got an eclipse card. We're in the eclipse energies already. These eclipses are already happening. The energies are around us, and they will last for months moving forward. They are powerful, fated, karmic events, celestial events. New moon eclipse, which is happening on the 8th of April. Don't expect things to happen on the 8th of April. They could happen now. A new moon eclipse is a solar eclipse. So it's going to be a new moon on the 8th of April, but it could play out around the eclipse, before or after. It's cardinal fire, which means new beginnings, enthusiasm, the journey begins. Okay, cardinal fire means courage, means doing something crazy, doing something wild. Aries is I take that leap of faith and and then I think about it, which is what's going on now, right? And at the bottom of the deck, we've got balance, spirituality, and practicality full moon in Pisces. Full moon in Pisces, wow. The full moon in Pisces will be taking place on September 18th, and it is a full moon lunar eclipse at the 25th degree of Pisces. So if you've got anything there, this is telling me that possibly, yes, that eclipse could be playing out even in the near future. Even now, I'm going to say. Okay. So it will be the first eclipse on the axis Pisces Virgo. So it will affect the mutable signs. If you've got personal planets there, that will be important. Now, we've still got a lot of Pisces energy, right, around us. We've got still so many planets in Pisces. So it's saying balance, spirituality, and practicality. Something is closing for something new to begin. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. Aries is the first. Now, it does not say Aries here, but the next new moon eclipse will be in Aries. Okay, and pay attention, because this full moon in Libra now, it's a culmination, it's an ending, it's a full moon. In 6 months, we will have the new moon in Libra. It will be a solar eclipse. So there could be important things going on September, October, later on, but also these do speak to now. And remember, always around the eclipses, very, very important time. Okay, so balance, spirituality, and practicality. So if you are connecting with someone spiritually only, there needs to be a balance of the practical side of things, and not only the imagination, the dream, the fantasy, the vision that you've had between you and another person. You've visualized possibly, or you've fantasized, or you're dreaming of a connection with someone special. Let's take the Black Moon astrology cards, which I haven't used for a while. And let's see what the energies, which planets are activated, which archetypes are coming through. So we've got a full moon and a new moon. So endings, new beginnings. New beginnings that will bring endings, possibly as well. So take note of the signs. Pisces has come through very strongly. Remember, a full moon in Pisces means that the sun would be opposite in Virgo. So Virgo, Pisces. Aries, I'm going to say, because that's the next new moon eclipse. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Jupiter and abundance, number 7. Jupiter, of course, is the ruling planet of Sagittarius. We see the thunder and the lightning, not the lunder. It does speak to abundance, but Zeus, Jupiter, would throw lightning bolts, thunderbolts when he was upset and angry. Now, Jupiter is connecting with Uranus, and Uranus is very electrical. So we are all looking forward to some sort of abundance 21st of April. On a personal level, Jupiter, Uranus in Taurus, they're already connecting. They're only 5 degrees apart. Okay, and they're both in the sign ruled by Venus. Venus right now is in a very powerful, exalted position in Pisces. There may be some blockages, a little bit of coldness as Venus is coming up to Saturn these days. We will see the limitations, the blockages, but we will also get the truth as to what we need to do. Where is it that we need to put the effort, as there is some magic promised ahead, as Venus is going to come up to the last degrees of Pisces, the 27th, 28th degree, in a few days. And she will conjoin, she will meet up with Neptune. That is the magic, right? But there's abundance that's also promised. For some of you, it could happen in the very near future, next week. For others, it could happen closer to around the 20th of April, could be a little bit after, in the house of Taurus. Where is Taurus in your chart? Which area of your chart does Taurus rule? Is it your relationship house? Is it your career house? Whatever that is. And it's a number 7, and 7 is a very powerful number. Okay? 7 is also the number of the Chariot. So I'm going to say Cancer as well. Pay attention to the 7th of April, which is the solar eclipse is on the 8th. So pay attention to the 7th of April, which is not very far away. So dear Spirit, calling on my archangels. Archangel Lophil, way too many cards. A lot of illusion. 7 of Cups, Pisces. Archangel Lophil and Archangel Michael. Michael and Archangel Gabriel, calling on my 3 archangels to bring us clarity as to what's going on in this important connection. Could be a twin flame, could be a karmic, could be a soulmate. Please show us where this relationship is concerned. Where is it in the now? Where has it come from? And what is possibly showing up in the future? Dear Spirit, thank you for your guidance. Remember that the eclipse period from the 25th of March until the 8th of April, those 2 weeks, that's the eclipse portal. Anything can happen. The heavens are open. Think of your person, tune in, concentrate on them, and let's see what is possibly going on. You may be in contact, you may have no contact. You may be dealing with someone that is, they've got cold feet, they're thinking. They don't know what they want, they have not decided. You may also be dealing with a third party where there are blockages, there is unfinished business, which is obviously blocking you and your person's relationship. Many people tend to find themselves in these very important relationships when they're in other relationships. It's funny how it works, but it happens very often. And I'm going to say nothing happens without a reason. There is a reason, and there is a lesson, and there is a fated divine finger in meeting someone who is out of bounds, let's say, where the pull is so powerful, and to the point where you can't really explain why. It's like the devil energy. You cannot break away. You cannot break free. You cannot stop thinking of them. There's telepathy. There's signs and synchronicities. Trust your intuition. Okay? If you feel that this person has come into your life for a very, a divine purpose, then trust in that. Okay, those of you that are stuck in narcissistic, unhealthy connections, hopefully these eclipses will help you break free, break away, and close up that cycle. Let's take the cards and see what's going on in this divine union. Thank you for joining me in the chat section. Thank you for being patient for your own personal messages. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. It does make a difference. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see where the relationship is in the now, please, Spirit. Thank you. The Star. I don't know if you're dealing with someone through social media and the internet. I don't know if your person is at a physical distance. I don't know if both of you feel that this is a wish fulfillment. And every time you kept trying to, it's like trying to grasp this star all the times, and every time it seemed to be going further and further away. The star is a possible wish fulfillment, but Aquarius is also the future. Now, the star speaks to hope. There could be hope on both sides. Aquarius is friendship. That is a very, it's a vital ingredient within this connection, possibly. Maybe you've met someone. Maybe you've connected with someone. First having become friends and then more intimate. Or you are dealing with someone that holds strong Aquarius energy. Aquarius is air. So the communication needs to be good, obviously. But also Aquarius is very logical, very intelligent, very ingenious-minded, but also very detached, can be cold. To get to the heart of the Aquarius individual, you need to nurture their mind. You need to feed their mind. You need to be their best friend. Okay, so we're starting off well. Where are we coming from in the past? This relationship, a tower. Wow. And this is Uranus, so we've got very strong energies of Aquarius. Uranus right now, and since 2018, has been transiting through Taurus. Taurus being a fixed earth sign, can get very stuck and very, very stubborn. If you are dealing, because we've got Aquarius, and I feel Taurus has come through because of Uranus, the placement of Uranus. If you've been dealing with a fixed sign, you may also be dealing with someone that has got strong Aquarius, obviously in their chart, but also, as I said, Taurus comes through for me. Now the tower breaks down anything that cannot be changed. The tower is that lightning strike. It's that lightning bolt. It's the aha moment. It's an awareness. It's a breakup. It's, oh my God, I fell for this person and I didn't even realize it. This could be a connection through social media, yes, where someone falls for the other person, right? Starts off as friendship and then becomes something more. This is a shocking awareness in the past, which maybe also began your spiritual awakening for you or the person, or both of you, the person that you're thinking about. The tower, of course, speaks to Mars energy, and Mars can be quite cutting. Obviously, this relationship, because this is where it's stemming from, this is the root, was never stable. It was never built on solid ground. So Spirit came in and broke it down. The foundations were not built well for whatever reason. Maybe there was physical distance between the two of you. Now, of course, obviously, when there is physical distance, it's so easy to misunderstand, to misinterpret things, to not know really what's going on in the other person's life, right? When you're not in their physical presence. But I feel that this was like a trigger, like being in sleep mode, and the tower coming in and bringing a rude awakening and the beginning of many, many changes in your life and in your person's life. And also bringing an awareness. What is the awareness? We'll see. Let's take a couple more cards. The Ten of Swords. There has been a breakup, obviously. Ten of Swords is betrayal. It's backbreaking. It's darkness, it's challenging, it's hurtful. This may have been a betrayal where someone was in another relationship. If you were in a connection with a physical distance, at a physical distance to your person, who knows? Who knows the reality? Who would have known the truth? I get that the betrayal was not from both sides. I get that it came from one person because as we see in Aquarius here, in the card of the star, we see the woman in her birthing suit, which can speak to truth. The cold, bare truth. But it could also be speaking to someone friend zoning you. And if you've fallen for this person after a romantic connection, falling head over heels and then being friend zoned, that hurts. Ouch. Let's take another card. So we do have lots of air here. Lots of air, which speaks to perception, communication, or a lack thereof. Aquarius is the truth. Has there been truth? And we're not reading reversals here in the general reading. There's Taurus. I was talking about the Taurian energy. Here is the Hierophant. This could be that someone was in another marriage, yes. So therefore, we're talking about third parties. This could also be that someone's beliefs have gone through many changes, many ups and downs, because this is awareness, right? Someone being very religious and then becoming much more spiritual. I mean, the star shows the planets, right? So starting to believe in astrology, starting to believe in the energies of the ethers, of a spiritual connection. Yes, this may have also been an awareness that you are connected spiritually. Now, the Hierophant speaks to family. It speaks to obligations. It speaks to conservatism, tradition, but also teachings. You know, the Hierophant can speak to family, someone being very connected to their family, maybe also possibly following their traditions, not doing things in an unusual way. This is being very traditional, following the footsteps of the family, the obligations, the way always that things were done. So doing things by the book. But this could also speak to having broken the traditions, having done something differently, which wasn't easy at all. So what I'm getting here is like an awareness that through pain comes the awareness, through endings. And, you know, the Tower could also be a marriage that was on the rocks, and there was betrayal, or there was wounding, whatever the wounding was. Remember, air speaks to perception and words. These are knives. Words are knives. Some of you may have been in another marriage, another commitment, long-term relationship, where you had enough. So the door opened to a spiritual connection, to something that you wouldn't normally do, either you or your person. Things do happen for a reason, and we've got 2 major arcana card here and the star. That's 3 major arcana cards. This was meant to happen in the way that it happened. Let's take your side. You are on this side, your person is there. You could swap sides if you feel called to. 10 of Wands. Eight of Wands, lots of love messages, lots of heaviness, carrying a heavy load, coming to an end of a cycle. Lots of fire and passion, lots of desire from your side. Maybe you hold strong fire in your chart. Maybe there was physical distance and that was a heavy burden for you. Let's take another card, and we've got the Ace of Cups. Yes, you fell for them. You fell for them. You cried for them. Your cup was overflowing. Maybe if you were in another marriage, you're coming to the end of it. Remember that the Ten of Wands turns into the Ace. And the Ace of Wands is also a very strong sexual desire to connect with another. But also it's the light, the little light that burns within. It's seeing the light of the soul, seeing the light of your own soul or of the person you connected with. This was like a glimmer of hope. Meeting this person was a glimmer of hope that you can once again find happiness. But it was also very heavy because we see that you possibly were at a distance where you had to fly through the air, right? So they may have been living on another continent, in another country. But the Ace of Cups is the Holy Grail. It is the opportunity to, first of all, love yourself. If you've been in a narcissistic, challenging other relationship where there was betrayal, words like knives, backstabbing, deception, narcissism, your aura being eaten away. This is what Spirit brought you. The ability to, first of all, understand that you are lovable, that you can be loved, that you can start again. But self-love, maybe this person respected you. Maybe this person showed you that you are worthy of being happy. Let's see what the other person brought to the table. Page of Swords. This is Gemini. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Gemini. A lot to do with the mind. Someone very logical. Someone possibly younger. The page is someone younger. Or it could be someone that has a child, for instance. But the Page of Swords, being Gemini, it's a lot of contact through social media. But also, this could be someone that, because Gemini is the twins, right? Difficulty in making decisions. Very logical, very able to, just like the magician, being able to pull a rabbit out of a hat. Someone that maybe that was still even a student studying something possibly. But also someone who doesn't decide easily when they've got options, right? Let's see, what else did they bring to the table? The King of Wands. So, lots of fire. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, or someone that is an entrepreneur, very powerful. I don't know why. I get like the energy from them, not to say that they were not powerful, they were not a leader. Remember, we're not reading reversals. So yes, when he's in the upright, he's very powerful. He's got his own business. He knows his worth. He's also very flirtatious, though. Yes, he is a king. Yes, he is a king logically, and he sits on his throne. But I'm getting, because, all right, he's a businessman. She's a businesswoman. You could change the sex of the king. The king means maturity. But we've got the page, which also speaks to immaturity. So let's take another card and see what's going on. And we've got the Empress. Wow. The Empress. So possibly your person was in another connection. Either that, or they were someone that was very close to their mother. And therefore, because we know the Empress sits above the king, so she holds the leadership, the lead within this connection, right? The Empress, as an energy, could be very loving, very abundant. She loves all things that are fine, all things that are of quality. We're talking about Taurus, Libra here. You see the sign of Venus. This could be someone that was very motherly in many ways. So they loved like a mother, let's say. They could have been someone that was very close to their mother. So therefore, okay, in business, maybe they were more mature. In decisions concerning their life, their personal life, maybe this is someone that still needed to grow, let's say. Unless this is a father who's got a child, a son or a daughter. This could be someone that's single for others of you. Generally, and I don't want to go into all the details, because we see that your person was very sexually attracted and connected to you. And sometimes, I'm going to say, sometimes that Empress came through them. So it could have been someone that, where business was concerned, they were very vivacious, very powerful, very fiery and aggressive. But where love is concerned, because Venus is the goddess of love, she could be very motherly. She could be very patient. She could be very much there for you. Unless this was someone else that they were in another connection with. Let's say they were not in another connection. Your person is a very patient person. To the point where you don't have the patience that they do. Now, we know that the Empress also speaks to abundance, financial abundance, riches, right? There's plentiful. Maybe your person was in a very well-placed financial situation, right? Very looked after. Now, the Empress could also be, for some of you, this could have been an older sister, let's say. Someone who played a vital role within this relationship. Nevertheless, let's look more towards the now. Because we've got the Star card. We've got the Two of Wands. And we've got Judgment. So Scorpio comes through as well. So we've got Taurus, Scorpio. We've got Aquarius. Okay, Leo is what's missing out of the fixed signs. Okay. Judgment card speaks to second chances. It speaks to a resurrection. It speaks to a moment of crisis. A moment of needing to make an important decision. It feels as though there will be an opportunity. The Two of Wands is here, which is an open portal. Maybe this could be a potential wish granted. Now the twos always speak to choices, having two opportunities, let's say, or needing to decide, because the wands are what we desire, what we create, what we're inspired to follow. And in this deck, it's not the usual Two of Wands where someone's looking out to sea holding the world ball. It's a very different illustration here where we see the path opens. The sun is lighting up the path for this person, for this journey. Now, it's the Two of Wands. Remember, the Judgment is also a 20, so it breaks down to a 2. So 2s speak to either coming together, pairing up, or separating. Okay, it can go either way. But here is Archangel Michael saying that heed the call. There will be an opportune moment for a wish fulfillment. It's like the door opens to hope. A decision, an important decision needs to be made. Whether it's you, your person, or both of you. Let's see what's at the bottom. And we've got the Queen of Cups, the Queen of our hearts. Very, very intuitive, very ready for love. Very sacrificing Queen of Cups. She knows what she wants, but she's also there. She's very psychic. She's very nurturing. She's very motherly, very giving from the heart, very sacrificing. So what's going on here? We see that this relationship has not been built on solid ground. First of all, there's possibly been a breakup. Remember, the Hierophant is a 5, which speaks to changes. Changes within the family, changes within our beliefs, changes within our lives where we've gone through an awakening, you or your person. There is also a possibility that because you hold the Ace of Cups, they hold the Empress, which is a major arcana card. So it looks like the power is in their hands. Now, the Empress is very patient, but sometimes, the Empress could be very giving, but sometimes she can also be very stingy and holding back and self-centered. So I don't know how your person was coming through for you personally. What I do know is that it feels as though your person was meant to learn a lot from you. It's as though you've come through as a teacher for your person. With the Page of Swords there. Maybe it was a first experience for your person, I'm getting here, in the area of relationship and love. I do see them as very focused on business and money, where you were more focused on love. Now, okay, we know that Venus does speak to love, but she also speaks to finances, securities, right? And remember, the Empress, she's pregnant with an idea. She's very creative. So your person may have been someone that was very creative, someone that wanted to accumulate a lot of wealth, so maybe very business orientated. For you, it was more about, I don't know, whatever was going on for you and in your life. Feels as though you were ending a heavy cycle in your own life. And, the wands can speak to change and transition. So maybe you were coming to an ending of a cycle and a transition into a new cycle, a new opportunity for love, because some of you may have been single. Some of you may have never had a serious relationship. Others of you may have been in a narcissistic connection. The Ten of Swords is very close to you and on your side. Let's see what the possible outcome is. We will take more oracles to get more information. What is the possible outcome? We've got the Knight of Cups, and as I was shuffling before I opened camera, the Knight of Cups came to my attention. So these are the energies, obviously. Knight of Cups is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. It is an offer, but we know that the Knight of Cups is never emotionally stable. His emotions are very fluctuating. He does protect his heart, remember. So love is coming through. They're coming through as a knight. Now, of course, this could be your energy. It doesn't have to be only the other person. Nevertheless, it's the Ace of Cups that's being held and brought forward, but it's not certain. One moment they're thinking yes, you're thinking yes, the next, no, I can't do this, I shouldn't do this. Let's see what's going on. We've got the Ace of Wands, beautiful. Obviously, there will be some clarity. This is a new beginning. There's great desire. In the emotional arena, we're looking at a knight. So there's still maturing that needs to take place in matters pertaining to romance and romantic feelings. We do see, though, that there is a lot of desire, very strong sexual magnetism between the two of you. Now, the Ace of Wands could also be, and we know aces are opportunities, but they also switch on the light. So we get to see something is lit up, just like in a full moon, a lunar eclipse, right? Here it says new moon eclipse, but the lunar eclipse is where the light, as we've got the sun, we have the sun and the moon in opposition, the earth comes in between. So the sunlight that should be beaming on the moon, showing us things that were hidden, the moon doesn't hold its own light. The shadow of the earth will be on the moon. So we will have a moment of we're needing to trust our intuition, right? Because full moons show us things that were hidden. They do bring the light to the darkness. But for a moment, a celestial moment, depending on how long the eclipse is, right? How long the eclipse lasts, there will be complete darkness. So very psychic moment, very good time for meditation, delving deep, listening to your higher self. Look around for messages coming from spirit and from your higher self. Let's see what this Ace of Wands is, because once the eclipse finishes, then the light will hit the moon, and then we will have that aha moment. Oh my God. Oh my God. The Lovers and Gemini comes through very strongly. The Lovers, logically in the tarot, is like the twin flame. It's like a twin flame connection. For me, the Two of Cups is more the soulmate, because this is very divinely guided. Okay? And the Lovers, of course, can speak to choices. What I'm getting here is that someone has made their choice. Obviously, there are options here. And the portal opens. Someone needs to decide on what it is that they desire, who it is that they desire more so. This is like a moment of being in a competition, I get. And remember that Libra, where the eclipse is happening, is relationships. The Lovers, Major Arcana number 6, brings balance. But there will be important decisions after clarity relative to love, relative to an offer that is coming in with the Knight of Cups. Remember, Knight of Cups, he usually trots in. In this deck, we see them more passionate. So we see a fair bit of fire. Now, Knight of Cups being Scorpio, I do see Scorpio as a very passionate sign. They don't have to be a Scorpio. They could have, for instance, they could have Pluto on their sun, which gives them that Scorpio frequency, identity, right? Decisions. And as I said, the Queen of Cups is here. We do have Justice. So Justice and this Libra full moon lunar eclipse may bring us emotional love. Now we've got a Knight of Cups and a Queen of Cups. There may be again, I'm going to say an age difference, a little bit of an age difference, where the divine masculine is not as mature as the divine feminine, or whoever holds that position. There's that Seven of Cups again. So very much about the illusion. And there can be a lot of misunderstandings around this eclipse. Now, of course, justice speaks to balance. It can speak to legalities. Remember, Libra is peace, it's harmony, it's diplomacy. With the energies of this lunar eclipse, do not make rash decisions. Don't act and react without tact, without listening first. Okay, because there is a chance with the sun moving through Aries now that there will be impulsive action, reaction, reacting, right? There's the Queen of Swords, Libra. Queen of Swords wants to clear the air, or she's looking at things from a very detached point of view. And she's quite cold. We know the Queen of Swords being Libra. She wants equilibrium. She's also possibly made a decision. She's thinking. We've got a Page of Pentacles here. She's thinking. She's studying something long term. It could be, she could be looking, if you're dealing with someone and you're connecting through social media, she could be looking back at past messages. I don't know why I get this. Looking back at past messages, that will sort of be that light, will be that aha moment that will clear this confusion and open up for many possibilities where there can be balance, justice and fairness and an open heart. If the Queen of Cups could be just an energy, and of course Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer or Pisces, that's the general energy. So what I'm getting is that there is love, there is strong passion, strong desire. The Empress could speak to patience. Some of you may need to be patient. The possibility, because these are the outgoing cards, is a new cycle for you. A new cycle in love, possibly after some sort of challenging, possibly also ending. There is still hope. The portal opens, a decision is being made, and there's a moment of crisis, but there's a resurrection. Big decisions need to be made, and they will be made. Second chances with the Judgment card. Now, some of you may, because I did see the Queen of Swords, I see the Divine Feminine coming through as quite cold and judgmental. Okay, but remember, lunar eclipses, they're full moons and they can be very emotional, but they're more internal. So maybe it's a time where we need to go within, feel the emotions, see what plays out, take time out, meditate, think, sleep. We will be feeling quite lethargic around this eclipse. Take time out. There's things that are going on behind the scenes that you may not know about, okay? And there's an opportunity here for a new beginning. The lovers come together in the near future, or there's a very strong desire and an opportunity for this connection, for this union. Will this Knight of Cups turn into the King of Cups? Because we've already got the Queen of Cups here. She's present, whereas the King of Cups is not present. We've got a King of Wands. Cheers, everyone. Let's take some other cards and see what's going on. Let's take the Lenormand and see where we're at. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. This is saying to me that spiritually you are very connected, but in practical terms, in real time, there are issues. But abundance is coming in. Abundance does come in. Remember, Jupiter speaks to the truth. He speaks to abundance. He speaks to truth. He speaks to justice. There may be a lot of anger around this eclipse, a lot of frustration. Whatever is meant to happen will happen. These are celestial events in the finger of God. They're not in our hands. Let's see where this connection is. We've got the storks, which could speak to a new cycle. We have the scythe. Something tried to begin, but it was cut down straight away. Either that, or Spirit is giving you the tools to find the abundance. We're talking about in love, right? We're talking about relationship. The wheat here in this card remind me so much of the Empress. But I'm going to say also that, because this could speak to an ending, it is a 10. The scythe can speak to an ending, so quickly cutting something out. Or the scythe is the tool that we could take the abundance, the wheat. And there's the house. This the house is the King of Cups, everyone. Check it out. See the K heart? That's the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is present. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. And we've got the King of Cups. What's separating the Queen and the King of Cups is, I don't know, perfectionism. The Knight of Pentacles is very slow. He needs his time. It's Virgo energy. There's perfectionism. Now also, because Knights do speak to action and they can speak to distance. Yes, there could be physical distance between you. But also, for these two, King and Queen of Cups, to come together, something needs to be cut away. Now, what sort of separates them could also be financial standing, because the wheat does speak to abundance. Let's take more cards. We've got the Lily. This is a very strong sexual connection, but someone is very much about morality, doing the right thing, and we've got a King of Swords here, believe it or not. No, it's not the King of Swords, sorry, it's the King of Wands. The King of Wands is showing up here. It's the King of Wands. Now, the Lily does speak to ethics, morality, and a spiritual connection. To me, it's like a protection, a motherly protection. It's like Mother Mary protects this connection. The Lily also speaks to Chiron in Virgo. So that open wound that needs to be healed, it is like an energy of a winter going within, right? But it also speaks to wisdom. It looks like this eclipse will bring wisdom relative to what, dear Spirit? We've got the Sun, that there is true love. This is the Ace of Pentacles. It's the Ace of Pentacles. And we've got the Queen of Wands. Yes, the Queen of Wands is here. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but she's very, very similar. I know you can't see her. But anyway, she's not dressed well, so I don't mind not showing the whole picture, the whole illustration. But she wears Venus. She wears Venus on her chest. This is the Queen of Wands. This is someone that holds great fire. I do see a lot of fire on your side. Not to say that there isn't on their side as well. But we've got the Leo energy. The sun. The sun is sun in Leo. This is true love. This is like sunrise. This is success, power, happiness, victory, warmth, and truth. I feel that there will be a lot of clarity. This is what I'm getting. Now, this could also speak to someone leaving another home, another commitment, because of a spiritual connection, a past connection, where there's true love. The sun comes through to bring the clarity since there were doubts. Obviously, there have been doubts about what's going on, and that's why we're all here, right? Looking for the clarity. We see the strength in the feminine archetype. Venus. Remember, Venus is in Pisces. She will love unconditionally. She will not stop the dream. There may be sort of blockages and limitations as Venus is going to come up to Saturn. But you know, Saturn can also be the test. That there will be a testing moment before the magic, you know. The sun speaks to romance. It speaks to Leo energy. The 5th house is the house of romance. I'm going to take a risk. This is who I truly love. This is who I truly am. Now, I don't know if some of you are dealing with a Leo. I mean, the sun, we've got the sun, we've got the star. I don't know if someone out there is someone that is well known in their community. I mean, the sun speaks to leadership, could speak to someone that holds a position of power, right, in their community. The sun for me can also speak to a son, a child, because the sun rules the 5th natural house of children. So it could speak to possible happiness relative to the inner child and possibility for success, as long as the divine feminine is going to act and not fear, following her heart and bringing in the abundance. Now, yes, this could be another side to your person, because the Empress with this Queen, to me, they're very much about inspiration, creativity, very similar in energies. Now, yeah, we've got the Death card. There is Scorpio. The coffin is here. The coffin, we've got the dog, which speaks to loyalty, the heavy burden, the cross, or needing to believe that there will be loyalty. Something needs to go to end. Something is changing. 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is very much the Empress energies as well. So I'm wondering, you know, for some of you, this could be another partnership, or it could be a mother, their mother. There could be something to do with the blockages and the limitations being dissolved, I get. Dissolving. It's like energetically some sort of a release. Now, for each of you, the energy, the release, the ending will be different, because we've got the scythe here. Remember what I said, what separates the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups is the scythe. It could be money. The scythe, remember, is the tool that in the Death card, Scorpio holds a scythe. So something is changing. It's like a death process. Something is dying here. Something is diluting to make way for an opening, an opportune moment. Let's take a couple more on this Divine Feminine. We've got another Divine Feminine, and we've got the Maze. And the Maze obviously speaks to other parties, confusion about what's going on. Now we've got 2 queens. We've got a fire or air Queen, and we've got a water or earth Queen here. We've got two divine feminine. They're back to back, which means to me they're in oppositions. They're in competition, I'm going to say, also for the heart of their divine masculine. So I do see possibly that there is, with these cards coming through, I do see that your person was possibly with another person. There's been a lot of illusion, but I get that we've even got the Lovers here. But I do feel here with the Ace of Wands, there will be clarity. Someone is making a decision. I'm going to take one more card because this illusion, this maze, does bring a lot of confusion. Let's see. And we've got the letter. Now the letter can speak to possible divorce papers, communication that will clear the air. Things that were hidden. It is the it's the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands or Seven of Swords, take it as you will, but I think that there will be clarity. Clarity will be coming through where there's been things that were unknown. There will be communication that will clear the air. Something is changing here. The Nine of Pentacles also speaks to singlehood. So someone is, and we've got the Ten of Hearts here. Ten of Hearts could be an ending and a restart of a family unit. Ten of Cups is the happy family. It's bliss, right? But it's a cycle that has ended and there's a restart. There's a new beginning. There's the key, the open wound. Let's see emotionally. Emotionally. Let's look at you first of all and then your person. Summer. Some of you may hold strong Leo in your chart. We've got bound. We've got the devil here. And then we've got divine timing. Okay, so your happiness is coming in divine timing. You've had a lot of blockages. Maybe you're also in a narcissistic connection. Maybe this divine timing has taken forever for some of you, okay? You had obligations, restrictions, hard lessons that you had to learn. You had to mature and grow. You may also have Saturn in your house of relationships, which would be the restrictions, the challenges within relationships. Let's look at your person. What's going on with them? We've got devotion. This is like the Ace of Wands here. We've got the victim, Pisces, and we've got the third party. So we are certain that there has been a third party. Remember, this will not be the same for all of you. It won't be another love relationship. It could be a mother figure, a very important other person in their life. If they have, because if they are a father and they've had a child with a particular individual, they could be the third party. It doesn't mean that they are happily married or happily in love. Third party many times could also be the importance of a child within your connection. So if they are a parent, maybe their decisions are based first on the happiness of their child, right? Let's take one more on this third party. Because with the victim, what I see here is possibly that there will be a release because karma is being worked out. We've got unawakened. Now, we're not reading reversals. So maybe your person is going through an awakening. Maybe they have been the miser and they've surrendered and they've done everything in their power. Maybe they felt the victim, they were tied up for whatever reason. This is someone that's very devoted, someone that's very sacrificing, but we've got third parties. So obviously, your person either is going through or has gone through an awakening. Let's see what's going on in the now. And I'm going to say also, if you are dealing with someone that is in another connection, your person could be going through an awakening that their person, whoever they were with, is using and abusing them. They may be in another third party. We may be talking about 4 people here. So if you were the third party and you felt the one that was left out in the cold, let's say, I'm wondering if that's not a lesson that's rebounding and coming back to your person. So a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. Because what I see here is that they were possibly quite, they were devoted at some point, right? But then with the victimhood, this is like also karma that they needed to work through. So they were all tied up. They may not be a nasty person, but they have things that they need to take care of. Right? Let's look at the now. Fear. Mirroring. The fear is on both of your sides and the family. It feels as though for some of you there's no communication. You're doubting whether, and I don't know if it's your person or you, or both of you doubting about what's going on in the family. Whether someone is free of the family if they were in a family unit. And what's going on now? That could be a question, but on another level, we could also have that you're both mirroring each other. It's like, like the twin flame, let's say. There could be fear from both your sides, whether this could happen or not. Coming into a family, becoming a family. So there may be fear on both sides if you're both caught up in other situations, let's say, or one person fears that the other person is still in another relationship. Let's look at the outcome. So expect powerful change. I think I saw the Tower. I think I just got a glimpse. Maybe you could see it through the camera. I don't look at my hands when I shuffle. I look at the cards on my table. Let's see, emotionally, and where the psyche is concerned, what does the potential future show? We've got vibrations, offer, and cycles. The cycles card for me is like a karmic cycle that's coming to an end, where this time you've done these cycles again and again, where this time there's a surprise. See the rose that she holds behind her back. There is a surprise, and the vibrations is like the telepathy and the energetic connection between you and your person, or the signs and synchronicities. That notion, that feeling that there is an offer coming in. There may be some doubts, yes, because it's quite a dark card. So there may be a little bit of distrust. But it is a cycle that you'll be revisiting with different circumstances this time, obviously. Right? Fifth dimension, we're talking about a twin flame connection here. and twin flames in separation for many of you. The action, the bird can speak to communication or needing to see things from a higher level, an ascended level, seeing things from a more logical, bigger picture point of view, right? Or that there is no communication in the physical realm. Birds speak to messengers, so no messages, but on a fifth dimensional level, you do connect. Someone is still dealing with a karmic partner, still finishing up with a karmic partner. There are the crossroads. You know, the birds speak to freedom as well. So maybe someone is putting an ending to a karmic partnership, and that could be the separation of them with their karmic partner for the fifth dimensional twin flame connection to come into being. This will not be true for all of you. It is impossible. So remember that, please, my dear friends. Let's take some Sibillas. I want to see what this tower was in the foundation. What's this tower? Sacerdote, see the Hierophant who's hiding something under his cape, which means possibly someone in another connection, a serious connection, and having hidden that. We've got someone who travels a lot, someone who wanted to connect, possibly a voyage, a trip in the past, but someone holding on to secrets. And then we've got the Doctor. The Doctor, a necessity for healing after a very heavy breakup. And we see the Voyager is someone that's usually at a physical distance. So we see the past was not an easy past between the two of you, obviously. For some of you, you could be dealing with someone that is a doctor. But there's also a lot of arrogance and pride here. You know, the Hierophant could also be, you know, I'm at the top of my game. And there's a little bit of pride. I get it's more the divine masculine. I want to see what's going on. What does this news, what's this letter about that may clear up this confusion here? What is the letter about? We've got the dog and loyalty. It's the Nine of Cups. We've got the Vecchia Signora. Someone's thinking of visiting. But they're in a prison. And the prison means Saturn. These are the blockages of Saturn. They've got obligations and restrictions and lots of anxiety, lots of sleepless nights and worries relative to who they're going to be devoted to, possibly. But, you know, the prigione could also speak to legal situations, family obligations. The Vecchia Signora could also be an elderly mother. Could be the Empress, for instance, where someone has got a contract or an agreement. They need to be loyal to this older female, whoever she is. It's like they've signed their freedom away for whatever the rewards were. Let's take one more. And we've got the Merchant. Could be business, because the Merchant is the business owner, someone who's thinking very strongly about particular contracts, decisions, and communication. Let's see why we've got the Fear in the now. We've got Speranza, We've got melancholy, melancholia. If there's been a breakup, there is fear that the fear is from both sides, that your person has moved on and that they've lost the boat, let's say. But there's still a glimmer of hope here. Let's look at the outcome. And I'm going to say also that your person may also be bound by, if they've got an elderly mother, they could be very ill and they're not able, they're putting love on the back burner, which could be something that you'll be finding out about. What is the outcome here? Possible outcome. We've got the Two of Cups in the casa, the house, which is like the relationship. We've got the artista, which means the crazy scientist. There's something is being cleared. The air is being cleared. There will be some sort of a discovery here with that Ace of Wands. It could speak to legalities as well, or news. Or you're dealing with someone that sits behind a desk. This could be legal proceedings as well. But it could also just be communication that clears the air. I get someone who wears a uniform, and I also get very strongly the King of Swords. But I also get anything legal relative to the child. The bambino is the child. It could be a child, but it could also be the possibility of a new beginning. We've got a couple of sevens. I did say look out for the 7th of April. Very important. So it could be legalities relative to property, the sale of a house. If this is someone that's going through separation, divorce, right? Yes, this could be anything like that. So some of you may be distrusting, or there's like a bittersweet energy pertaining to an offer coming in. It's like you can't, it's like you've got the good news, but you can't be happy because you don't believe it until you see it. That's the energy that I'm getting off of this. Anyway, we've got Allegrezza al Cuore. We've got 3 people here. 5 of Cups. Someone is mourning those 3 cups that have fallen, that are spilt. My dear friends, I want to take a message. We will take those love messages, but I want to take a message from the chocolate lovers message cards. The chocolate lovers message cards. Let's see what the message is. Whether it's, relative to this relationship or energetically what's going on when you view this message. And of course, we're around the eclipses. So what is the message, dear Spirit? What is it that we need to know? We have welcome home and mystery. Welcome home, chocolate. This is someone coming back home, and it's a mystery, you don't know about it. This card represents moving home and the buying or selling of property, which I was talking about. Home loans or rental agreements are being approved, and you are about to find the home you have always dreamt of. You know what? The home to me is the relationship. So think about it. Welcome home is like welcoming in the relationship. So I'm going to read it again. Think of it as a message pertaining to your relationship. This card represents moving home. So, and the buying and or selling of property. So change of home, which means change of, yes, it could be a change of residence, change of relationship as well. Or transition and changes within the relationship. Home loans or rental agreements are being approved. And we've got the approval right here. But it could be a little bit of limiting energies with this, the Prigione here, which may take a little bit. Someone's thinking, we see the merchant thinking. Okay, so home loans or rental agreements are being approved and you're about to find the home you have always dreamt of. Whether you are purchasing or renting, this is a great time to consider a new property or to make changes around a property or home that you have right now. Of course, this could be about a home as well. I am financially guided as to where I invest my funds, and I always trust in the process. Welcome home chocolate. So someone is coming in. They're being welcomed home. It's like waiting for someone with an open embrace. But it's called mystery. So I don't know how that works for you. Let's take the little love oracle before we take our love messages. And I'm wondering, with that message, you could be dealing with someone that's into, real estate agents. They may be someone who sells, buys properties, Could be a developer, could be a real estate agent. What is potentially going on with this relationship? Show us, please, Spirit, past, present, and possible future. We've got an ending, a breakup that we've, some sort of an ending here anyway. We've got the Tower, my God, very stressful. And then we've got the Cat, which speaks to 9 lives. Wow, so I want you to remember the Jupiter abundance, and it is a number 7. Remember that the cats speak to loyalty. The cat is very motherly, and it's a number 12. 12 is Pisces. It speaks to surrender, release, unconditional love. But also remember, cats have got 9 lives. They survive. So there's going to be some sort of shocking turn of events, awareness, sudden changes. This is the Death card. The Death card means an ending, and therefore obviously something new comes in. This is the Tower. It's a number 16. So this is like an aha moment, right? Something that you do not expect. It's Uranus energy. But Uranus, remember, is with Jupiter. So the changes should be for our highest good, and for, Jupiter does speak to abundance and luck and wisdom. So information will come suddenly and out of the blue. Let's see what they're sitting on. So we've got the keys. 2 keys mean choices. This is the Magician. The keys can also speak to an open wound. Remember Chiron, the wounded healer? He's very close to the North Node, right? Our collective fated destiny. Chiron is very close there. So we're looking for a resolution. We've got the key, and the key is resolve. The key is a second home. The 2 keys, this is a very lucky card logically. Then we've got Judgment and Temperance. Temperance and Judgment, saying there will be second chances. It's all happening in divine timing. Some of you are dealing with a foreigner. Healing will come in. We've got the Lily. Remember, Chiron in Virgo. Healing, a healing of the relationship as it's going through a purification process. And the Lily, to me, which is also here, is a protected relationship. And we've got the Pig, and here is Venus. So this speaks to luck, abundance, awareness, spiritual enlightenment. And it's a number 21, it's the World card. So this connection is not only skin deep, it's not only You know, there's more to it. Even if you're in a relationship where someone has not been open emotionally, they've been interacting with you, connecting with you more on a sexual level, know that there is more to it. Okay, maybe it started off as a more physical, more sexual, possibly also just, we did mention friendship as well. So connecting through other friends as well. But we've got the Venus, which she's up in the air, right? This is a card of abundance and luck. Expect powerful changes, right? Expect sudden aha moments. The Tower has shown up. But after an ending, remember the coffin here. Remember that there is some sort of an ending. And full moons are major culminations and endings of cycles. Let's see what's going on. Let's take our love messages. Let's see what's going on. I want to get this out to you. Dear Spirit, please help us with messages that are coming from the people that we are connecting with. So you need to concentrate on your person. Now, we may also be connecting to your energy, your thoughts. Let's take the cards. I miss you just as much as you miss me. Our families will never accept this relationship. I need you. I still love you. Please come to me. I was wrong to doubt your love, babe. I apologize. Let's elope. Let's try again. I love you. I feel you when you're happy or sad. I'm the one for you. Please, God, choose me. It was wonderful. We had fun, but I must now move on. I will wait for you for as long as it takes. You took the stars from my eyes, you took my heart, and I want it back. Please forget me, it was a mistake. If you won't or can't accept my life and my ways, then we're over. I can have any woman or man with a blink of an eye. That is a very hurt ego for me. You are so hot, I want you, you drive me crazy. We are so different and I don't know if this could ever work out. I don't know what to do. Now, when we've got more black cards than red, know that this will be challenging. It won't be an easy period of time. Okay, it will not be working out for everyone. Remember, these are general readings. My life is empty without you. I'll do whatever it takes to get you back. Remember, these are general readings. You would need a personal reading. Okay, a personal reading is what you need. I don't want to be the third person. Who does? I'm now awakened. Now I see clearly you are the one for me. Looks like your person may be finally awakening. Because if they've been cold towards you, this is the Seven of Cups. They are going through an awakening. Remember that we had the unawakened on their side. I am now awakened. Now I see clearly you are the one for me. So someone is making a choice. I want you like crazy. You are so sexy. We see so much desire. Why did you leave me? How could you? What went wrong? We've come a long way. Let's not give up now. We've invested a lot. Don't give up. And last but not least, I do apologize, but I'm married. I know I lied, but now you know. Lovely. What can I say? Congratulations. Do you really think that an apology is good enough? I have no words. And I'm sure you totally agree with me. Goodness me. Don't you wish that there were never, that lies did not exist? That everything that would come through our mouth would be the truth, and that there would be total and utter trust between people. Goodness me. But God has created Neptune, Neptune, the god of the seas. How can you not fall for the trap with Neptune? Neptune now being in Pisces, God, there's been so much, so many stories, so much storytelling, so much deception, so many lies. But do lies have a leg to stand on? I don't think so. Sooner or later, they will be unmasked and uncovered. Do you know when someone lies, in actual fact, they're lying to themselves first? So what respect do they have for themselves? I can't understand that. Let me know if you agree with me. I mean, the truth can hurt, but the truth can only stand in time. So I think we'll leave it there. Do expect powerful change. That is a certainty. Okay, we're in eclipse times, so anything can happen. I would suggest, if you're hoping for a personal reading, leave it till the eclipses finish. Give it a week after the eclipses so that the energies can settle down, even though, as I've said, when we're going through eclipses, the energies are so powerful, and because the sunlight from the surface of the moon is blocked, that's when our intuition is extra strong. So that's a good time to meditate and receive the messages from Spirit yourself. All right? I am wishing you well. I do hope that this helped. There are many possibilities, and there are many of you out there. So thank you for your support and your love always. And a special thank you to my patrons, to our patrons who support this channel, who keep this channel afloat. Thank you so much. And to those of you also that like, share, subscribe, comment, and support this channel through your donations, your loving support in whichever way you do so. Thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart, you are very appreciated. Happy spring equinox. And yes, you may leave your comment. Yes, please, beneath this video. Give me a couple of days. I will get back to you tomorrow. I'm doing the elemental air, fire, earth, water love readings free on YouTube. For March love readings, join us on Patreon Tier 1, the cheapest tier, where it costs you, it's going to cost you to buy me a cup of coffee, let's say. That's how much we charge, and you get the 12 individual love readings for the month. Okay, and you also get to go into a draw to win a free reading. We give 3 free readings every month. And we're going to be doing the draw in the next few days. All right, so I think I will leave it there. Much love and much light to all of you. I'm wishing you well. Remember that the eclipse is going to be in about 4 or 5 days, so I will see you in the window of the eclipses after that full moon in Libra. So you can share your personal stories here beneath this video or through email. Connect with me, divinedebut11@gmail.com. If you are not willing to share your personal story, that's very respected, and it's your prerogative, obviously. But any comment that you leave here does help the channel. So thank you. Love and light. And thank you to all that have been chatting with me in the chat section. Remember the yes please, not in the chat section, but beneath the video. Love and light, my dear ones. Look after yourselves. And I will catch you soon. Namaste.